All right, today's highlight, we have a couple. I'm going to run through two of them. Nancy Pelosi, first of all, gave her press conference. You had to know she was about ready to talk. You had to understand what you might say to move us. And if you didn't, and you claim to be a traitor, then I got bad news for you. You're not, if you weren't anticipating that and understanding what you could say to move us. So she did say and added something new that rallied us from there to there. And it was that they had an agreement and they just had to put it on paper or something to that effect. So whether you caught this rally from there to there based on that, it put in some new information. And the stimulus, number one, you had to know was a driver and a theme to this market. The stimulus before the election is something that's been bullish and the market wants to see. So she's been optimistic the last 48 hours, but this was a new comment. So what we had said is, you don't know this is going to happen or this is going to happen before it happened. So let's just pretend none of this happened yet. And I said this in before we even got into this circle, that this retracement to here was just about 25% of what? Of the rally, the Pelosi rally. And if that's the case, that's not deep enough to make you bullish to bearish. You should still remain bullish based on this comment, right? They're holding on. Everybody wants to see when they think of an uptrend is this perfect pattern, right? The move from here to there, the retracement to there, and then the follow through up to there. Guess what? That's only in a book. Doesn't often look like that. There's always a lot of different paths and emotion that it carries you through from going to here to here to here. Look at the path that it took and the chop and the emotion and everything else. So put yourself in a position to know why we rallied, know where good locations are to buy it, understand how deep the retracement was and the chance of it going up, to put yourself in the best position that in this case, the upside was the right side, period. The market was pretty damn weak going into this. So there was some upside on the rubber band. You got to know that too. The other thing that's a highlight, and it happened earlier to call the downside. If you guys remember, well, in the room, you guys remember what we had. The market went from bearish to bullish, back to bearish because there was some buying that got cracked right away up here, and then some selling right in here that didn't get bought. Appetite for buying and selling. I give you the example in this screen share that we use. See these green slashes or hash marks? Those are iceberg buyers. It's not so much recognizing their buyers as what does price do with it? They hit them. So when buyers come in and sellers say, yeah, I'll sell it to you, and they do it quick, and they do it to a big order, which these green marks are, then it's easy to say here that we could break down, whether it's down to there or even down further. But to call this break, even though it ended up going up, to call this break is important, whether you're going to get out of a long there, get into a short there, whatever. You're trying to find reasons to predict what's going to happen so that when you're right, they don't feel like good guesses. When you're wrong, you're not wrong for long. That's the key to reading a chart and trading a market, is the real time and not feeling like, again, your predictions are guesses. If they do, you're not going to execute your predictions. It's too random. Carpenter doesn't say, I hope that this cut works. This miter cut works. No, he knows when he makes cuts that they're going to work. They're going to fit. And if they don't, he has to shave a little bit off. But it's not the end of the world. You got to make sure your predictions are not feeling like good guesses or random. Strip out the damn randomness. Order flow, man. 101 and 102 and 103 is when a order meets price, how do they interact? Do they hug and kiss or do they slap each other? And how quickly? That's important. Subscribe to this channel. We got to get up to 1,000. Whoever the 1,000th subscriber is, there's going to be a surprise for you.